Kevin Blackistone in a column with the Washington Post, he wants Major League Baseball to move spring training out of Florida because of Ron DeSantis for not being diverse enough. He writes, if baseball is still concerned with as much, its 15 franchises that started spring training last month in Florida should consider making an annual exercise an all-cactus league affair, as long as DeSantis commands an attack on diversity. It's been the hallmark of his governorship, and many believe is a prologue to a presidential bid. We're going back down this road where, Charlotte can't have the NBA All-Star game. Atlanta can't have the Major League Baseball All-Star game. And now all of a sudden, Major League Baseball shouldn't go to Florida for spring training with half its league. It's
such a tired argument. And the basis of the claim is that he's against diversity because I think DeSantis ruled against like some sort of honors or AP African American history course to be taught in Florida. And he said that, he's for educating, not indoctrination. And the reason that he voted against it was because this course is historically inaccurate that was being proposed. They have African American history courses in high school in Florida. He's all for those. But this one being proposed was historically inaccurate. That's left out of the piece by Kevin Blackistone. So I think he's just echoing something that he's heard in whatever he reads and saying, well, now they're against diversity and they're against teaching African American history in Florida. So we must punish them by moving spring training out.
But Major League Baseball opened the door for this type of criticism on behalf of, this column that doesn't make sense in the Washington Post because they moved the All-Star game out of Atlanta because of the voting rules and regulations. So now it's just we can now ask Major League Baseball to do this. And NBA is doing the same thing with what they did in Charlotte with the bathroom law. Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And here's what I'm really tired of. Sports, they are a uniting factor. We have talked about this a lot on this show.
Yes.
Sports, it brings people of different backgrounds, different political affiliations, different religions, different races, all those things.
When you go to a stadium for
together,
your team, you don't care who you're sitting next to.
When you turn and high-five a fellow fan at a game, you don't care. It brings people together.
Right.
We'll have a bunch of people here at 6 and Peabody coming together to watch, March Madness here, and they won't care about who's next to them watching March Madness. Yet time and time again, a sports writer or sports media member will try to use the very thing that unites us to divide us. And I hate this practice. I hate when Kevin Blackistone and others do things like this, that let's take something that unites Americans that we can agree on, and let's use that and weaponize it to be the thing that divides. I don't like what this state has done from a legislative process, political process, so let's remove sports from them. I want to punish them, and I want to further divide America. This is Civil War type stuff. Like, you can't have that great event because I don't agree with the politics in your state. These events, Hutton, can only be in blue states. Right. Is what Kevin Blackistone is arguing.
And so the Cactus
How dare they put it in Florida where there's a Republican governor?
Right.
And now because I disagree, I want to divide everyone and take that from them. No. Let's keep sports as a uniter and not a divider, and keep your hands off of it. When you want to make these arguments, if you want to go write an op-ed for the Washington Post about your disagreement with what DeSantis has done, fine. Do that all you want. Put it in the politics section. Go write about it. But keep your hands off our sports when it comes to that.
But I don't think this is Blackistone. This is the league.
The league opened the door.
That's what I'm saying. Like Major League Baseball has done it. We've also seen the NBA do it.
They went cancel culture with the city of Atlanta.
They were worried about criticism instead of just uniting, like Chad's saying. And as soon as the Republican is in office in Arizona, we'll see the same column.
Yeah, Major League Baseball was guilty for making that horrific decision to begin with. But I think anyone who just writes about that, I write about sports, but I'm also very political. So my next column is going to be about taking this sport from the state I disagree with politically.
Right.
I want that practice to end. And I want everyone who covers sports to acknowledge this can be a great unifying factor in our country. So regardless of politics will always be a heated debate in America. Always.
And you're not going to change opinion.
The punishment should not be because you disagree with someone politically. let me argue that we should take sports away from them. Sports should be unifying and not the opposite. And too many people use it as a weapon. And I hate that.